So people often ask me, how much time do I need to commit on LinkedIn each day, each week, or whatever to generate leads? And the answer is probably something that you want to hear, but it's also not quite as simple as what it probably sounds like. So the answer is as little time as possible, but at the same time, as much time as necessary. And what that means is you want to make sure that you have the right systems and processes in place so that you have a repeatable system that works in the background and continuously does outreach for you on LinkedIn, so that you only need to become involved when it actually requires your specific high value attention. So you want to make sure in the beginning, for a lot of people, if you haven't done this before, you probably don't know what your processes are. So you're probably going to have to spend a little bit more time on the platform. But the idea is to minimize, absolutely strip out every second of unnecessary time of yours from using LinkedIn. But what I mean by the second part, which is as much is as necessary, is this. A lot of people think, all right, well, as little time as possible, I can put 0 time in. Well, that's obviously doesn't work either, because there's still a necessary amount of time in order to be getting the most out of LinkedIn and the most out of your lead generation efforts. So to give you a bit of an idea, I spend about 15 to 30 minutes on LinkedIn a day. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. But the idea is, if it is more, it's generally a good thing. It means that more people are engaged, more people are talking to me, and this is all good news. But what I really want you to focus on more than anything, whether it's a specific amount of time you need to spend or anything like that, is to bucket your time. Now, this is one of the most effective ways that you can reduce your time and be effective on LinkedIn. So what I do is in the morning, first thing in the morning, I have an allocated amount of time that I go on to LinkedIn, and also to reply to emails and do all sorts of lead generation activities. And the reason you want to bucket your time is because you start to get in not just a rhythm, but you can also put like for like tasks together and work through it far more efficiently whilst your brain is in this focus zone of lead generation. You'll work through it a lot more effectively. You won't be distracted by other mediums, and you'll get it all done for the day, and then you can put it away. And what that means, putting it away, it means not checking it for the rest of the day. It means getting rid of LinkedIn off your phone. You don't need it. You don't need to check it continuously. Remove all notification emails. Only check it during this designated time, and then moving on with the rest of your day with actual business activities. Looking at it continuously is just a distraction from other high value activities that you could be working on, and actually getting more valuable work done or building systems for your lead generation. So I hope that all makes sense to you. There is no hard or fast answer on how much time you should spend. For me, it's about 15 to 30 minutes, but it really does depend where you're at and how your systems and everything work. The focus should be, of course, minimizing it as much as possible, stripping out every single activity that doesn't require you, and then as much as necessary, which means being consistent, making sure that you do go on it every day and put in that minimum amount of effort to get the maximum amount of results. So I hope that makes sense and wasn't too convoluted or bizarre message, but basically as little time as possible, but as much as necessary. Hope that helps. Some good food for thought. To learn more, just head to b2bleads.com. And as always, have a great day. Cheers.